I am on a mission to have my seedling grow lights and watering system more self-sufficient. I've been doing a lot of research, and this method seems like it's going to be the easiest and most reliable to do. So I purchased this fabric. It's called Capillary mat, and I'm cutting it to the size of the trays here. And I'm actually just using my rotary cutter. Now I'm cutting some strips, and these will act as the tails that will go in a pan of water that will bridge into the tray that has the mat in it. And this is actually the part that's going to wick the water up from the watering tray onto the mat. So here's my tray with my capillary mat or wicking mat. So my instructions are to get the mat wet, which I'm going to do, and let that soak up, making sure my tray doesn't leak. It's kind of old. So I'm just going to let that soak in here. And then I will put my sweet peas on my mat, and my research says to then take a strip. I cut this off my big roll of fabric, is to put it in your tray, leaving a tail that goes out into a little pan of water, so that way when everything's wet, then it will wick up water into the tray. So I have 3 trays of sweet peas to get on my mat. I'm going to work on that, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. Well, I've been working on this project for a few days now. You can see I have 2 trays of sweet peas. And down below I have 2 more trays of sweet peas. And on the very bottom I have a tray of Lisianthus and Pansies. And you can see I have various other things, my dahlias that I don't know are going to sprout, waiting patiently. So let's get a little closer. So this is what it looks like on the bottom of the tray. And then it is wet. So the theory is, this is called capillary mat or a wicking mat. The theory is for the strip to wick the water up onto the bottom mat, and it appears that it's doing pretty good. I keep looking at the soil, and it feels a little heavy, so I can tell that it is drawing up moisture. I'm keeping a close eye on them. This side, they do look a little darker. That one looks a little light, but the mat does feel damp. I did just add an extra strip to each of these pans. They originally had just 1 strip. I thought they could maybe benefit from having 2 strips. And these on the bottom just have one strip going to each tray. And these look a lot darker. It's hard to see, but they do look a lot darker, like they're getting more moisture. Maybe hard to tell with the camera there. And then the ones on the bottom, I think in my camera they look a little brown, but they're actually kind of dark brown, which means they're wet. They're sucking the water up from the bottom. So that's my system. This is all because I'm going on vacation and I don't want my efforts to go to waste. I don't want to come back and have dead seedlings. So I'm hoping this works. I'm going to keep an eye on it for a few more days and I'll give you a report after that. So I got these new timers and they're set to go off at 4 o'clock and come on at 8 a.m. So these are the ones that are on a timer on the left side and they're always live on the right side. So if you had heating mats, you could multi-purpose those, but I'm just using those for my grow lights. I have 6 right now, so we'll kind of stay here. I'm testing them to make sure they come on at 4 and go off at 8 a.m. So I did make sure the lights came on at the correct time and went off at the correct time. They were on basically from 4 p.m. until 8 a.m. I also have cameras set up so I can check in on them to make sure the lights are doing what they're supposed to. So it has been over 2 weeks. I am back from vacation and I don't know if you can see here, but this water has definitely receded. I did have someone come in a couple times and make sure the pans were full. When I got back, this one was completely out of water, but the seed trays still were a little wet. I'm pretty confident that I can make this work in the future with just a few more tweaks. I'm extremely happy with the growth of my sweet peas. They all just looked amazing when I got back. So you can see this tray. You can tell the ones that got good water, the soil is darker. These are kind of dry, but not all is lost. I'm going to go ahead now and take these taller ones and pinch them. I pinched this one before I left, and you can see that's branching. Some of them are fairly long. This tray also is looking a little dry, but this one, the pan was nearly empty of water, so that really did well. If I do this again, I think I need to make sure that my holes on the bottom are actually holes and not just a slit. I think that was the problem with them sucking up water. So, ooh, look at this guy. So now I'm going to go and pinch these, get them in some water, water the rest that are in the pots, and get them back on the shelf under the lights. Here's an update on the pansies. They did amazing. They stayed the wettest of all. And the Lisianthus are still so tiny, but I think they're gonna make it. It's actually pretty wet, so I'm gonna keep an eye on it, not give it any water for a day or so, and then I'll resume. All in all, I think this worked. A few tweaks, and I will be confident to leave my seedlings go again for a couple weeks. And here are my sweet pea cuttings. Stay tuned to see if I can get them to root.